What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and you may have noticed that there is an available update now for the new 7.7 patch. In today's video, we're going to be going through the changes that have been announced and as well kind of what we're seeing right now in game when you go in. Now, first and foremost, I do want to point out though, at the time of recording anyways, we don't actually see the inclusion of any of the new characters getting added yet, including Out of Mind, obviously Black Knight. So that's probably going to kick in later on when they officially reset everything in the servers. But having said that, there are some immediate changes that we can see right away that I'll showcase for you guys. So first, you might have noticed already, there's a big change in regards to the energy. So in the top right, ISO 8 energy is no longer shown here. It's just campaign. Where did all the rest of the energy go? Well, they did actually summarize this now in a little table, as you can see to the top left of the campaign's visual. Now keep in mind, guys, I don't think this is going to be easy to miss. However, you're not looking through it, but yeah, it would be nice, I think, if they increase the size of it. As you can see, 16,000 plus of the campaign. It's nice that they actually show you now in thousands what that number is. We have ISO 8. We also have the incursion energy for the first time actually getting shown on screen here, so that's kind of nice. The one thing for feedback wise is I think the font size can actually be increased so that way it's not so hard to look at. But as well, they also did miss things like that are featured in certain events and timeframes, right? For instance, the showcase event that we have right now with Symbiotic Collective also has an energy of its own. So it would be nice going forward. Feedback for them is if they also include this as well. Obviously, it's not perfect, but having this inclusion there get factored in is going to be very convenient. And again, increasing the size of that so that way it's more in line with what typically the size was before. But otherwise, I'm a big fan of it. It's a summary for the first time we actually see incursion energy, so that's great. Another big notable change here is, in case you guys have been using this as for reference too, you can sort your roster based on the different things you want to do with it. Either, characters you want to upgrade, star levels. They have now officially added both diamonds and as well as the opportunity to sort the characters that can be potentially upgraded. So you can hit the sort in the second to the bottom here for the options wise, and you can actually scroll down. As you can see, they have ID roster sort by potential promos, which in this case is potentially diamonds, or as well sort promos, which is diamonds. So I think they just have to rename this. Still a slight glitch, and probably because they need to reset everything. But the moment you do that, you can see here, and now everything is sorted out by the diamond levels that you have in your roster, unless you specifically added a heart to that character, which in this case is Captain Carter and Captain America. Now, speaking of which, these are two characters that are part of the Out of Time team. We don't see their tag here yet. Again, probably need to reset. But when they do that, I'm assuming that the stat increases will probably kick in. Hopefully we see that, and obviously some much added value for two prominent characters, especially if you've still been using them for, going through your bio raids or even utilizing them for the Green Goblin trials. An opportunity for some added value there. We also have this new feature being the war exhaust. So fortunately, time of recording, there's no war on right now, but they have now officially added that component into the game where you can actually see the exhaustion for war. So if there's attempts that you've made, and obviously this is not going to show me anything on screen here, but if there's attempts that you made in battle, you can actually see the exhaustion being made before you enter. So that way you kind of know that there's already been an attempt made. It's just a nice little quality of life update there. So that's definitely a very much needed and appreciated update with respect to that. We also have, I think when I was going through it, they also added the ISO 8 level that you want to be able to switch in. So say for instance, we're going into a battle right now. You want to be switching ISO 8, which they added, which is another big quality of life update. You can actually press on the ISO 8 and switch accordingly. But now, if you look closely, it actually shows you the level of the ISO 8. Whereas before, I think it only showed you the actual image and visual. So you weren't sure if you were switching from, let's say, a level 3 skirmisher to a level 1 raider. So now we have an opportunity to do that. Again, a quality of life update. And then lastly, the one thing they did touch on in the patch notes for 7.7 is the fact that they've made some slight little tweaks and fixes here along the way for respectively the new game mode that we had previously, being Escape from Kyln, which if you recall was slotted into Blitz. It was a different separate game mode, but they made some tweaks here and there, which is really nice because that could very well signal that if they're working on it and updating and correcting it, it could mean that the potential of Escape from Kyln could be coming back in a different format with different enemies that we're up against, utilizing different requirements. But yeah, obviously you only work and improve a game mode if you're thinking about running it again, and the fact that they were patching it up and adding little fixes here and there very, very promising, because if you recall, it's a very similar format to blitzing, but also combined with scourges, where you work on the different floors and trials going above and beyond. And in doing so, there were some pretty juicy rewards. So yeah, hopefully they bring that back. I definitely think it's a great opportunity to do so. And also, let's not forget, guys, make sure you're going through every day here. We have the Into the Gwenumverse right now event that's running, which is essentially going through each of the arena that you're doing for your ranking, battling in war, making sure you're doing this. 5 days remaining for this event, so make sure you guys are capitalizing on that. I'm very close to Gwenum's unlock here. We have Tribunal Tech, which is essentially battling in Cosmic Crucibles, earning supply allied orbs, right? So typically you only get this from the Daily Free Claim. Make sure you guys are doing that. We don't have clarity yet on how this Lunar Dragon Festival is, so happy Lunar Year to all you folks that are impacted by this. It's definitely a nice celebration that we get a little new player frame as a result of that. And yeah, otherwise, guys, yeah, that's pretty much business as usual here. We're just sticking with it and slowly bringing up our account roster, as you can see, getting closer and closer to the higher level, being the level 100 cap here increase, right? But yeah, they're definitely very exciting times for sure. Yeah. And yeah, that's in a nutshell what we've seen to date, guys. So again, the roster sorting, which is big for going through diamonds, or potentially characters that you want to upgrade to diamond, which are already there, which means you have to bring up the red. We have the new energy display now. Hopefully they make some changes here and there for that. War exhaustion, ISO weight level, showcasing that, and the fixes to escape from Kyln. And again, we don't see the updates being made yet to the characters, or those new characters being newly added, but it's going to be very interesting to see who they add here. I know respectively it likely will be the Elder Time, obviously Black Knight, seeing that revitalization coming into the game and the changing of the meta here with his addition. But it's also going to be interesting to see what happens with the new meta and how they're going to get released going forward here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But as always, just a heads up as well, we have a new Cosmic Crucible scene that's also upcoming. And in addition to that, we also have some big war changes coming to the room. So make sure you guys are reviewing that. All that's probably already data mined into the game. We'll likely see some more events coming up as well. But other than that, that pretty much concludes it, guys. That is for the time being anyways. Hopefully we see some revisions there and there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, do appreciate your guys' time. I'll catch you guys in the next one.